Hi guys, Chris, we're back again with another episode from my BGM series with the Islanders. Still getting over the defeat in the first round to the Leafs in the last episode, but we move on, get through the schedule as quickly as we can and see how the Stanley Cup was won, see who won it, see who won all the awards, and then we'll get on with signing some players and we'll look to see who has been retired and we'll get the draft done as well. Quickly get through this schedule and then we'll do what we need to do. Sign who we can sign. Some big decisions to be made. Jake Gardiner is due for a new contract. We've got St. Louis, I believe, to re-sign, as well as Gabrick. So we've got to decide whether we just put like a tender offer in for Gabrick or whether we actually try and sign him up. But Scout's done with his mission, so we'll look to send him somewhere. There could be some potential decent forwards in the Elite League. So we'll get him sent off to Scandinavia and we'll have a quick look. We'll see. Can we see how the playoff tree is looking? So wow, it's in the conference finals. It's Pittsburgh against Tampa and it's St. Louis against Edmonton. Both games tied 2 apiece after 4. Okay, so let's move on a little bit more and see if we can get the Stanley Cup won. You're really disappointed with my forward line, so I may have to look to bulk up my forward line during free agency. I can't believe we couldn't. I mean, Schneider did his best and averaged 2 goals per game, and our forwards just could not deliver on certain times. So we'll have to see. I see there Thomas Vakoun, Max Pacioretty, Shepherd, Sauer, and Nabokov are the top free agents currently. But let's have a quick look. So the St. Louis Blues and the Pittsburgh Penguins were in the Stanley Cup final, and St. Louis got swept 4-0. So Pittsburgh beat Washington, then Buffalo, then Tampa. Tampa made it through by beating Carolina, then they beat Toronto. And in the West, St. Louis beat Minnesota, then they beat Chicago, then Edmonton. Wow, 4-0. Swept in the final. Wow, that's just... I can't believe that, to be fair. That is... I don't know what to say that. I think I'd be gutted if I got swept in the final. Well, we'll move this schedule on a little bit more, see if we can see any awards. Nope, no awards have been made yet, so we'll move on. Obviously only got a couple more weeks to move the schedule on, as we've got the draft coming up and then the re-sign phase. It looks like we've got a available cap of 8.2 million to spend, so most of that think's going to be taken up with Jake Gardiner. If Gabrick wants a contract roughly around what he's on at the moment, I may look to sign him up. So there you go. Playoffs have ended. Bridgeport Sound Tigers have won the AHL and the Pittsburgh Penguins have won the Stanley Cup. So we'll get this schedule moved on. In the last couple of days, there's been a trailer for NHL 14, and I'm quite looking forward to the Be a Pro. If it's anything like what the Be a Pro is in NBA 2K13, where you have press conferences with your player and you're given 4 options and you press one of the 4 buttons on your controller to get a reply, that could be quite good. Now we'll be looking to make a Be a Pro series for NHL 14. But you can see there, Solane, Iggy, Holstrom have all retired, so is Joe Corvu. Okay, let's see who's retired from the Islanders. Samuelson's retired from Detroit. Wow. St. Louis, Wisnowski, Antropov, and Karkner all retired. Holy shit. 4 players. 2 were really core to the team in St. Louis and Wisnowski. I know I tried to trade Wisnowski, but there's been times where he was, I think, was my top point scorer throughout the season. Tim Thomas, Brodeur, Marty Turco, and Brent Johnson all retired. along with Manny Legacy and a few other netminers, so we're okay for netminers. It's just we've got a fair few holes to fill in the team now with St. Louis going and Wisniewski, so maybe we do look to sign Gabrick rather than just offering him a qualifying offer. Okay, let's check the awards now. So Pittsburgh Penguins won the Stanley Cup. President's Trophy was won by the St. Louis Blues. Clarence S. Campbell Bowl was won by the St. Louis Blues. Prince of Wales Trophy was won by the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Art Ross Trophy was won by Sidney Crosby. Hart Memorial was won by Sidney Crosby. James Norris was won by Alex Pietrangelo. Lady Byng was won by Jordan Eberle. Calder Memorial by Thomas Hertel. Conn Smythe by Sidney Crosby. Vezina by Yaroslav Halak. William N. Jennings by Yaroslav Halak. Bill Masterton by Ryan Murray. Frank J. Selke by Pavel Datsuk. Ted Lindsay by Yaroslav Halak. Maurice Richard by Sidney Crosby. And then back to the Stanley Cup. Okay, it's not too bad. So we won a couple the year before, so we'll try and get back and win some next season. Okay, so with losing Antropov, we've lost a third line centre. Wisniewski was lost a second line D-man. We've also lost St. Louis, who was a first line, potentially maybe second line with his age, winger, but we have the option to bring in Gabrick if we want to, and wow, we have the first pick as well. Okay, no one's proposing a trade for my first pick, so I'm not going to offer it to anyone. If someone came in for it, we may see what we can pick up. Who should we go for? Got a choice of Sam Reinhart, 18-year-old playmaking centre, who's predicted to go top 5. We have Alex Forsberg, 19-year-old playmaking centre. We also have Mattia Makaratun. Apologies if I spelt that wrong. Who's another centre. What about defenseman? Sam Reinhart's a defenseman. There's Volchenkov as a right winger. He's only 3.5 stars defenseman. Kolesnik is predicted to go top 10. Wow, look at that goal. He's Kolyakovo and Subrev. Van Reen and Graham. Wow. What I wouldn't give for 2 top 10 picks to try and get one of them. I could go for Kolyakovo, but I'm thinking scouted guy Graham, 4.5 star. I've got Corey Schneider, who's going to be a good enough netminder, so I'm going to go for Sam Reinhart. Kolyakovo went second. Wow. Okay, so who's available? Sort by skaters. Okay, so Josephson is predicted to go first round. Yakubov is the top 1 along with Cairns and Petrie. What about goalies? Scouted goalies, Brassard is 3 star. Scouted skaters, Johnson first, second round is a centre. You know what? I wonder if there's any D-men who we could look to bring in. Cairns is a centre, Johnson is a centre, Holly left wing, Petrie is a defensive defenseman as well. Yakubov is a defenseman as well. I'm unsure whether to go for it, try and bring in a D-man. I've brought in a forward with my first pick, so yeah, you know what, we'll go with Yakubov. We'll go with a defensive defenseman. See if we can bring him up. Hopefully he can be a top 4 for us. Maybe not in the next couple of years, but by year 5 you'd hope so. Okay, we'll move on into the second round. No picks for me, so quickly get through that and quickly get through the third round. I'm not going to make any trades during the draft, so I'm going to quickly get through as much of this until my picks. Although to be fair, we're now getting down to round 3 and I've not really got anything that I want to make, so I'm just going to quick draft it and we'll see who it picks. So it picks up Pansel for me in round 6. In round 5 we have Belrevere. Round 4 we didn't have a pick. Round 3 we didn't have a pick. Round 2 we didn't have a pick, but we had 2 in round 1. We had Reinhardt and Yakubov. Kolyakovo was the other one I was looking at, and he went 2nd. Forsberg 3rd. Subrev went 4th. Van Riem and Graham, the other 2 net miners, went 6th and 7th. Okay, we'll move the schedule on a couple of days, and we will look to get some players signed. Thomas Vakoun is available via free agencies. Max Pacioretty still available. If Michael Sauer is still available, I will, I think, look to bring him up to fill the void of Wisnowski departing. But wow, cap space 24 million. Absolutely fantastic. Yakubov is rated 59. We'll see where my others are all rated as well. Sam Reinhardt, you're rated 66, 4.5 stars. Who are the other 2 that were picked up? So we'll sort this via unsigned, I think. Come on, nope, don't want to be that way, want it to be that way, yep. Okay, where are you? Ooh, Gabrick, actually, first of all, we'll see how much contract you want. 7.9 for 5 years. You're age 32, you know what, yeah. We'll bring you in, definitely. 89. Kumski. I'm unsure about you yet. Kusa. Yeah, I think you're, yeah, I think I need to bring you, just sign you again. You're a minor top 2, but you could also, you can be a 6, a 3rd line pairing, to be fair. We'll send just a qualifying offer for Rakishani, Katic. Just tender a qualifying offer. You can be a depth player. Oh crap, Keith Ali, you may want big money. New contract, you want 2 million for 3 years. For 4 years, you want 2.26. Well, I'm going to try and sign you up for 4 years. I'll give you 2.25, slightly under what you wanted, but only by 0.15. Jake Gardner, here's the one. How much do you want? 5.6 for 2 years. 4 years, you want 5.8. You'll definitely have that. Get you signed up long term. Contemplate going a bit higher, to be fair. 5.9 maybe? 5.95, or should I go 6? I'll go 6. I'll sweeten the deal, I'll give you 6 mil for 4 years. Okay, who's next on the list? Donovan. This is another D man. He's rated 73. He's 24. Ness. No. Cantin. You know what? Donovan. 2 years at 0.63. Ness. He's going to be a depth player. 2 years at 0.6. Cantin, I think I may just release you. Then again, you're an AHL player, so you can be a 3rd line AHL player. Kreider. Okay, Chris Kreider, what do you want? 0.5 for 2 years. Holy crap. Okay, I'll give you. Okay, you only want a 3-year deal. I'll offer you 0.65 for 3 years. See if we can sweeten the deal. Siskas. Yeah, you're a depth player for me, so we'll offer you just a straight basic what you want. Calvin DeHaan. Okay, we'll leave you for now. Nita Reiter, you want 0.65. Holy shit. We'll definitely sign you up to that deal. Yakubov, negotiate contract. You're rated 59. We'll offer you any contract you want, mate. Nathan Pansell, my 6th round pick, I believe. Rated 53. Not going to offer you a contract. Belrevere, rated 62. Potential of 2-star. Don't think I'm going to offer you a contract. Sam Reinhardt, definitely negotiate a contract with you. Rated 66. Hopefully you'll improve dramatically. Okay, all the other players seem to be signed up year after next. We have a few players who we're going to need to re-sign. We'll simulate on a day and see who signs up. Okay, need to write a easy decision to re-sign. Siskas, easy decision to re-sign. Gaborik, easy decision to re-sign. Chris Kreider, easy decision, thank you very much. Keith Ollie has re-signed. Jake Gardner has re-signed. Kantich has decided to renew, same as Donovan. And Ness. Kusa has also decided to re-sign, so Sam Reinhart. So, pretty good. And Yakov as well. That's pretty good. So we've got most of the AHL sorted. And we've got the main players we needed in for the NHL. Kumski, you know what? I think you're going to be one of those that floats between the two. So we'll sign you for now. Matt Cullen, I don't think I'm going to sign you. Calvin DeHaan, 2.5 stars. You know what? We'll just tender a qualifying offer and see what happens. But Matt Cullen, yeah, you know what? I'll release you. Kumski, what to do? I'll tell you what. We'll just sign. We'll just move on a day and see what happens. See who comes back saying re-signed. See who says no thanks. Kumski has renewed. So it's a qualifying offer for these three guys. Maybe that was a wrong thing to do, but at the end of the day, the AHL team will be sorted. So it's one less stress, one less piece of hassle, and we have 10 million cap space available to us. So that would be someone to fill Wisnowski's position, and also someone to fill Antropov's position. Oh, shit. Anders Nilsson needs to re-sign. Okay, 2.5 stars. Yeah, we'll see what you want. Nearly 0.6 million. No, I'll give you 0.6. Sweeten the deal because I wanted you for 2 years rather than just the 1 year that you actually wanted to be there for. Okay, so we've got Poulin as the backup, who is overall 79. Wow, we may have to start playing you a bit more. Okay, initializing free agency. Let's have a quick look and see what free agents are about, and then I'll call it a day, and I'll let you guys leave some suggestions for who we should sign, depending on who's available for free agency. Okay, Nielsen re-signed, DeHaan re-signed, Makashani re-signed. Yes, we'll need to see who is available via the free agency. We have certain Schuster. I think there's at least a second line forward. Holy shit. Henrik Sedin is available via free agency. What? Okay, well there's the first big question. Should we sign Henrik Sedin? If so, let's have a quick look actually. Free agency, let's see what wage he's after, because we may be only able to sign one player. It depends how much his wage is. Wow, 9.3 million. Holy shit, and we have cap space of 10.1. He's 33, he wants a 3-year deal for just under 10 million a season. Matt Niskanen, we could see, this is a thing, we could not go for Sedin and bring Matt Niskanen in, as well as another couple of others. Nathan Gerby there, Brad Stewart, there's Orpik as well. So do we go for the one player in Sedin and fudge the defence with other players we have? Or do we look to bring in players like Oscar Eklund and Stewart and Niskanen and shore up the defence? LaRose could be one we bring in to help out the third line. Zubras may help us out for a year. Dustin Pennessy could be one to bring in for a season. Kempe Commissary could be one to bring in to help us out for 1 season. All these players we could look to bring in just to strengthen the team as a whole. Or do we go after Jay McClement? Do we bring him in to help out the third, fourth line? Do we bring in these 3-4 players, or do we bring in the one player in Henrik Sedin? I mean, do I bring in Sedin and look to trade away a couple of my third or fourth liners for some draft picks and then look to sign some free agents? Jonathan Eriksson there, we could look to bring in. He would help out definitely on the third D pairing. Nicholas Hagman would look to potentially help out for a year or two. Manny Malhotra would help out. Chris Neal could do a job on the fourth line. Matt Reed, another fourth line player for us. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. Leave in the comments below who you think we should bring in. Should we go for the blockbuster signing in Sedin and fudge the team with other players? Or should we look to bring in strength in depth and strengthen the third defensive pairing, the third, fourth lines, and maybe even a little bit on the second line as well? Well, that's it, guys. Leave your comments below, and thanks for watching. Cheers.